I should mention that I mentioned this in the newsletter as well, but I'll mention it here. One of the best videos I've seen talking about what's going to happen in 2023 was by Doug Casey. And I'll put the link on screen and a screenshot of it, and I'll put the link in the notes below. It's at vigilante.tv. And Doug talks about 8 major things that are going to move forward dramatically in 2023. And one of them is wokeism. And a big part of it is just like trying to get most guys to chop off their penises and be proud of it. And most women to chop off their breasts and be proud of it and say they're like the opposite of what they were before. It's like a huge part of wokeism. And it's actually like pretty popular with a lot of people because they've actually, in the government indoctrination camps, been pushing this stuff massively. And now Spain passes new transgender law to allow anyone above 16 to change their legal gender. Yeah, Satan Claus, he's leading up the wokeism. He's an actual Nazi. His father actually was Hitler's right-hand man, and they got people hating Nazis and loving Satan Claus and his transgender, transhumanist movements. All brought to you by the parasites, of course. Fraudzy, Kill Gates, pedophile Joe Biden, and Satan Claus. Another big part of what's going on is the Agenda 2030, trying to make everyone think they are the reason the world's being destroyed. And you know what? In many ways, the world isn't being destroyed. It's mostly just propaganda and lies, but there is some things being destroyed by like too many people doing too many things, sort of stuff. But for the most part, it's mostly all just lies. But they just want everyone to like feel like that they're destroying the earth themselves personally and that they should be basically punished for it in the form of carbon taxes, which is basically just goes straight to Satan Claus. It's amazing. And they're trying to get everyone to like feel bad about eating meat and trying to get everyone to eat bugs, which is one of the like, in many ways, incredibly unhealthy. Maybe not all bugs and maybe not, you know, every single thing about it, but in many ways it's super, super bad for you. It's basically like eating parasites for the most part. And they want just everyone eating it, and they just keep putting it out. The propaganda will never cease, not even for one day. Bah humbug, how insects could become the backbone of your Christmas dinner. Although you may never want all the trimmings to include crickets and mealworms, it may not be long before they play a big part in getting your usual Christmas Day favorites onto the table. Another big part of what they're doing is bringing in a massive worldwide surveillance system with like your facial tracked, like it's incredible what they're doing with this stuff now. And your digital ID, and then making it so you can't really go anywhere. That's the 15-minute zones of the United Nations and all that kind of stuff. And they're really rolling this stuff out with all their corporations, you know, fascism, the corporations working with government. Whole Foods is now prepping for the Great Reset with people barred from entry without QR codes or palm scans.
So basically you cannot get into the Whole Foods market in Washington, D.C. unless you scan your own QR code, and they track everything you're doing. And this is the future of all grocery stores. So if you want more information on this, I'll get it to you, but this is the future of all grocery stores.
Yeah, help reduce global warming. Just step right this way. Look at that sustainability as they march everyone off a cliff. Another big thing they've been pushing, and that's why Elon Musk was the richest person on Earth, according to like their official stats. Like it doesn't include like all the Rothschilds and Rockefellers and all their corporations and all that kind of stuff. They're the Vatican, like just way, way, way more. But Elon Musk mostly got most of his money from government subsidies for his electric vehicles, which tons of people get killed in, they blow up, they can't escape from it. And all kinds of problems. They have to line up for like 12 hours to charge it. Many places on Earth, like they don't have enough electricity anymore. And so they're saying you can't charge your electric cars. Like this is a total boondoggle. But he made tens or hundreds of billions from it. There's still so many things that people are just finding out about them. Like They just had a cold snap in the US and Canada. Well, Canada they always do, but the US. And lots of people who have electric vehicles like Teslas found out they don't charge if it's too cold out.
Stranded on Christmas
19
Eve.
miles left before the battery is dead. Yesterday I tried this and it said to wait for the battery to warm up. I have had the car running with the climate control. I tried to charge in my house. It won't let me. So there is no way to charge this battery or let it warm up in the cold. This is the message I get. Battery is heating. Keep charge cable inserted. 3:03, almost 2 hours later. Battery is heating. 19 miles. And it's Christmas Eve.
Here's the funny thing. Canada just announced that no cars, or all cars, must be electric by, I think, 2035. So in like 12 years. Meanwhile, we're finding out you can't charge it when it's cold, and it's always cold in Canada. But it doesn't need to actually make any sense. It's all just, they're actually trying to make it so no one has cars anymore. That's basically what they're trying to do. And so a lot of people are going to get the electric vehicles, and then they won't have the electricity for it. Or even the World Economic Forum says they're trying to come out with like a electric vehicle battery passport, so you can show how many batteries you have. And they want to track everywhere you go, and they want to be able to take over your car. So if you're a person who spoke up recently about like the government or something, all of a sudden you just, like there's been so many videos, it's actually insane. There's one video of a guy in a Tesla in China or something. China? And he tries to do the self-parking, and the thing just guns it. And it's actually like one of the craziest videos I've ever seen. It just guns it. The guy does an actually amazing job keeping it on the road, although that's bad luck for people later on down the road. But he somehow keeps it on the road, driving like 130 miles an hour for like a minute until he finally can't anymore, and then just totally wipes out. I don't know how many people died. Yeah, just another trick, another trap. Like there's so many in this world. They got all these, they pay all these kids to go to like art museums and like pour tomato soup on art or glue their hands to the highway and stuff. But it's actually all pretty simple. These kids, if you hate pipelines, do your part and turn off the gas to your home. Don't be a hypocrite. Yeah, no one will ever do that.